Thanks for tuning in to Shana Speaks Life, where every day is a good day to live your best life. Hey, love, hey, welcome back to another episode of Shana Speaks Life, where we are empowering women one conversation at a time. I'm your host, Shana, and today we taking a deep dive into the topic that is so real. It doesn't get any more real than this. Navigating an identity crisis in today's society. Listen, we're about to get deep, so grab your coffee, tea, or whatever suits your fancy, and let's get real. Whew, I had to take a deep breath for that one, because just everything that is about to come out of my mouth, y'all. So let's talk about this whole identity crisis thing, right? You know, that feeling when you look into the mirror and you like, who am I? Like, what am I doing? Like, what? Please tell me I am not the only one that has looked in the mirror and questioned everything about who I am in this very moment, right? That's a real thing. We've all been there. Society plays a trick on our mind, right? And it has a lot to say about who we should be, the career woman, the super mom, fit and fabulous, the list goes on and on and on. And to be honest, it's enough to make my head spin. Like, I remember, you know what I'm saying? Like being younger, like, oh my gosh, I have to be like this. I have to do this. I can't do this. And what if I do this? What's heck going to make me look like? And da 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 da. And this was before social media was like it is now. Before, when I was in my 20s, I don't want to age myself, so I'm not going to go deep on, all of that. But like Instagram and all of that, none of that existed. We had like 2 social media platforms and they were like super brand new. We were still iMessaging. iMessaging? Is that what it's called? Listen, I don't even remember. It was like emojis was a new thing. I don't know. But it was definitely not what it is now. But I digress, y'all. Y'all know how I get. Let me tell y'all though. Let's get one thing straight right now. You are not alone if you feel like you're questioning who you are now, then, or at any point in the future. Seriously, we all have those moments of doubt. Women in their 20s, 30s, 40s. I feel like as you start getting like your 50s and 60s, you start like you're really not giving up what other people think, like for real. But prior to that, you struggle a little more, right? We're all trying to figure it out. So take a deep breath. Come on. Inhale. Exhale. Give yourself a break. Okay? Sister Shana said, TT Shana said, Cousin Shana said, give yourself a break. You are doing fine. Really. So give yourself the grace that you need. Okay? Now, if I'm going to talk about identity crisis, I can't do that without being transparent about my own journey, right? That's just what it is. But before I do that, I want you to hear something. I need us to get into the nitty gritty of challenges and pressures, right? Society can be a real piece of work at the end of the day. It's like Instagram highlight reels, family expectations, and like walking through a minefield. It's like it's step too close to the left, step too close to the right. Oh no, got to walk this straight and narrow path that is full of curves and bumps and hills and rocks. But we still supposed to just walk this one little straight line that we didn't ask for. Right? It's just like, this wasn't in my plans. So why do I have to take this path? I don't even know what my plans are. But the world is telling me I have to go this way. But listen, let me be honest with you. In case you didn't know, you get to write your own story. No one else gets to hold that pen but you. Okay? You can decide to go back to school. You can decide to write that book. You can decide to start that business. You can decide. Now, me, I make sure I throw prayers in before I just like bounce on decisions. But at the end of the day, you get to decide. That's the biggest thing, right? It's like society doesn't decide for you. Your mama, your daddy, your siblings, your spouse, your kids. They don't get to make the decisions for you. You make the decisions for you. Period. Point blank. Put an exclamation point. Boom, boom, boom. I want 3 of them at the end of the sentence. Okay? Now, I'm going to get real personal. Real quick one time. It was some years ago, right? I found myself at a little bit of a crossroads. All right, let me stop lying. It wasn't a little bit. It was a real big crossroads. It was huge, right? I had this amazing career. I had just like hit the height of my career. I feel like the most money I've ever made, the most impact, the most influence. It was just like off the charts, right? Like I couldn't even imagine my professional life being what it was. I had worked really hard to get to that point and to achieve that. But then life threw me something like a curveball. And I had the audacity to fall in love with this man who was from the same city I was from, but didn't live there anymore. So he lived in a whole different city, and I'm falling in love with a man in a whole different city. So you probably already know where this is going, but I'm going to tell you anyway. We decided we're going to get married. But that meant I was leaving that amazing career, relocating to a new place, and leaving all of my family and friends behind. Listen, like one of my best friends, we've been friends since we was 5. You have no idea. Like, for real. And then listen, I know they say you can't have 2 best friends. I said that before, and I got 3 best friends, okay? Period. I don't care, right? But I'm saying, like, I was just, like, leaving everybody, my parents, just like, dude, this is crazy. So you want to talk about an identity crisis? If that's not me moving into this new territory, like, who am I? That's exactly what was happening, though. I went from being this career-driven woman, supported by my network, you know what I mean? Feeling like everything was great, to now being like this fish in water in this new city. And I had to start from scratch, y'all. A new job, new friends, new everything. And the crazy thing is I gained weight. So I also needed new clothes, y'all. Y'all ain't hearing me. Y'all not hearing me. Not hearing me at all. It was by far one of the most challenging things I had ever experienced in my life. And it was to the point that there were days that I questioned if I had even made the right decision because of how challenging this journey was for me. So I know you're probably wondering, girl, what did you do? How did it turn out? Let me tell y'all. I'm going to tell y'all real quick. I took a whole leap of faith. I started exploring things that made me happy. It took me a minute to get to that point, but I did. I focused on what made me happy. And what made me happy was speaking life into girls and women. Hence the words, Shana speaks life, in case you didn't know. But for real, like, I get joy and I feel fulfilled when I pour into others, right? So becoming an empowerment coach, connecting with other women, right? Providing resources and helping women live a more fulfilling life themselves and sharing my journey. I had no idea where that was going, and it was scary, but it was also the most liberating thing I have ever done. Like, it led me here. Let's just be honest. It led me here talking to you on this episode, on this podcast right now. This is just one of the things that have come into fruition, even though years ago I was having an identity crisis and didn't know who I was, where I was going, left or right. But now I'm here. So the real question is, what can we do about this identity crisis? Right? I'm going to give you a little couple little nuggets because, I can't never just talk to you without pouring into you. Like, that's just not how I roll, right? So let's start with some reflection. Self-reflection. Some people struggle with that. Hopefully you don't. But if you do, I challenge you to do it anyway. Right? Because it can sound, why am I doing this self-reflection? But trust me on this one. I need you to carve out some me time. Whether you're doing some journaling, some meditating, or just having you a sip of tea or a cup of coffee and staring out the window and daydreaming. It doesn't matter. Just figure out what makes you tick and definitely focus on what lights you up. What can you talk about for hours, right? Non-stop. What brings joy to your heart that when you're sharing it with somebody, your face lights up and they can tell, oh yeah, she loves that. Oh, I can see it. I can hear it. I can feel it as if I'm the one doing it. Like, what is that for you? And it doesn't have to be, oh, well, this is my purpose. This is my career. Like sometimes it's a hobby. Like you might love to paint. You don't want to be an artist and sell your artwork in a gallery, but the joy that you get from drawing or from having that paint on the brush and onto a blank canvas, and now you've created a masterpiece. Just the idea of that makes you happy. That's what I want you to think about. And here's the thing. For people like me, I have to tap into some little therapy. I had prayer every day and I had therapy once a week. You get what I'm saying? Because that's just the reality of it. Sometimes you need, a little extra help to sort through things, right? And there's nothing wrong with that. It can be a game changer for you if that suits your fancy, And while you're on this journey, don't forget to celebrate the small wins. We always focus on the big wins. I was just talking to my homegirl today saying women and men are so different because when we think about stress, we as women, we're stressing about what was, what is, and what is yet to be and may never be, right? Men, they stress, but they stress in the moment. In this very moment, what is the issue? I'm going to solve this issue and then that is it. We like, okay, so we solved this issue and we got 50 more issues to focus on. We didn't even think about the fact like, dang, we were able to figure this out. Like, man, I actually passed that class. Wow, I cannot believe I got that job. I got that promotion after that hard project. Wow. But instead, it's like, I got that promotion. Great. Now it's going to be later hours, going to be more work. And now I'm going to have to supervise people. Can you just bask in the moment? You applied for the promotion, didn't you? Or when they offered it to you, you could have said no, but you wanted it. So bask in the moment and don't focus so far into the future that you cannot bask in the moment of the win. Listen, I get excited when I go to the grocery store and something is on sale. Do you hear me? Let me find out I got a coupon. Y'all, the type of things that bring joy to my life now that did not used to bring joy to my life 20 years ago, I can't even explain to you how excited I get when I find an appliance that's like, oh my gosh, this right here is a game changer. That stuff excites me. It's just a little bitty thing, but it makes me really happy. Or when my laptop doesn't die on me without me having to charge it up because I forgot my charger at home. That type of stuff is like, oh, I was able to get this done before my laptop cut off. Okay, Shana, I see you. Do you get what I'm saying? Pay attention to the small things because they do matter. So I'm going to give you an example because I gave you my own personal journey, right? If you get up, first of all, you got up. Okay? I don't think you caught that. If you get up, you got up. Okay? So that means you woke up. Okay? I'm going to say that again. If you get up, you got up because that means you woke up. So that right there is a win. You woke up on this side, right? So that's number one. then you actually had the audacity to get out the bed. It may have taken you 3 snoozes, but you got out the bed and you let your feet touch the ground. Okay? We are talking about those simple things. You decided to face the day, whether you needed your coffee, your Starbucks, whatever it was, to help you through your worship music, your giddy girl music, right? Whatever that was, you faced the day. And that to me is worth a little self high five. I don't think you understand. I give myself high fives and I don't care what nobody has to say because I'm living my best life, right? So high fives to you. Now, surround yourself with your tribe. Moving to this new city, having to identify a tribe of women was not easy. Because I am a no new friends kind of person, but you can't move to a new city and be like, yeah, no new friends. You're going to be having a lonely life, right? So I had to let that guard down and meet some amazing women. Yeah, there was some Oompa Loompas in the midst, but for the most part, I met some dope women and I am surrounded by a tribe. Right? My tribe ain't big and I ain't never wanted big, but I have a tribe and I'm grateful for that tribe. I'm grateful for these women. And you need to have the tribe of amazing women who can lift you up and remind you of how amazing you are because you're amazing. And if you don't have that, I want that for you. I hope that for you because every woman should have a tribe. I don't care if it's 3, 5, 7. Heck, some women got like a big tribe and kudos to them, right? But I hope that for you because ain't nothing like a sisterhood. And they ain't got to be blood, Ain't nothing like a sisterhood. Seriously, I can't emphasize that enough. So I say all that to say this. I want you to embrace your weird, embrace your wonderful, and be your authentic self. You do not, I repeat, you do not have to fit into anyone else's mold, right? You have your own, so don't fit into someone else's. You are worthy, you are enough, and you are deserving of a life filled with joy, purpose, and fulfillment. So I need you to stand up unless you're driving. I am about the drivers. But if you ain't driving, I need you to stand up, hold your head up high, wear that confidence like it's your favorite pair of leggings. Ooh, I got on leggings right now. I can stretch and everything. They are so comfortable. Right? So I need you to wear that confidence like you wear them leggings, them joggers, them sweatpants, them jeans, whatever it is for you. Get comfortable and be unapologetically you. Get comfortable with other people being uncomfortable with you being your authentic self. And it is okay. It's okay. As long as you ain't out here hurt people's feelings on purpose, you know what I mean? Be your authentic self. Be who you are. I would love to meet you and know who you are, right? Everyone deserves to be themselves. No one is you. No one can be you. No matter how hard someone else may try, they can't be you. And you can't be them. So you may as well just be the best version of you. And if you ain't there yet, because seasons be up and down, I swear, seasons be up and down. And that's okay. But you your best self even on your worst day on the inside. It just ain't came out of you yet. You ain't had your coffee, your Folgers, or whatever. My daddy drunk Folgers, so that's like the only coffee brand that I know outside of Starbucks. Okay? But you get what I'm saying. I hope I'm driving this deep for y'all. I hope I am taking it home. I hope you hearing me. Okay? These are some serious nuggets that I am dropping. And I'm pausing because I'm wrapping it up and I'm out of breath, y'all. Like, I felt like I've been talking. Oh, I have. I've been talking for grippity grip. But it's because I'm passionate about you. I'm passionate about how you see yourself. I'm passionate about how you thrive in life, right? what success is for you, how you see yourself. That's what matters. To me, all I care about is watching women win. Watching young ladies grow up to be empowering, just amazing women. That's all I care about. Seriously, wholeheartedly. And I pour my heart out every single time because that's all. Like, listen, you are amazing. You just have no idea how amazing you are. You have no idea how uniquely and wonderfully made you are. Oh my goodness. If you can just see what I see, when I meet someone, how I visualize them as a human being, and how I'm just like, you're a light that you're shining. You don't even realize it is shining through you in your season of darkness. Listen, hear me when I say this. Even when life is trying to dim your life, when society is trying to dim your life, or when a person is trying to dim your light, or when you are trying to dim your own light, I'm sorry to tell you, but no matter what you do, just like when a cloud try to cover the sun, you get those little streaks, those little rays poking out on the side. I see you. So no matter what you're going through, I see you. I ain't got to know you to see you. So I want to remind you again that you are enough. You are more than enough. You are worthy and you are deserving. And I want that for you. I do. So identity crisis, be done with it. Work on you. Improving you for you. Be the best version of you for you. And the ones around you will reap the benefits, right? You're not doing it for them, but you doing it for you. They get to reap the benefits of you working on you. All right? All right. Now, thank you for tuning in to today's episode of Shana Speaks Life. I was a little extra today, but I hope that it helped you out in some way. And if you found that this episode was helpful, you should share with a friend who might need a little bit of encouragement, right? Because self-discovery, going through an identity crisis, whatever that may look like for you, right? You may be on your healing journey, but maybe your friend ain't, right? So go ahead and send it to your sister girl. And remember, together, we can empower each other to live our most authentic lives. So stay true to yourself and keep shining that light. All right, y'all. I'm out. You're officially part of the Speak Life Nation. So remember, speak life to yourself, speak life to others. Until next time, y'all.